Good afternoon, and welcome to this month's Meet the Mayor recap. At last week's meeting, people asked for an update about the prospective affordable housing project on the Brevard-Davidson River Presbyterian Church property. I am so excited to announce that we have officially signed the lease with the Presbyterian Church and can now begin development feasibility studies on this 4.7-acre lot behind the church. During the initial lease period, the city will hire engineers and other professionals to perform geotechnical, environmental, and other surveys. These surveys, which will involve personnel working on site, will likely begin in July and will be paid for through the city's Housing Trust Fund. Public engagement events will be held as information from these assessments become available. At the end of the 3-year lease, the city will have the option to purchase the property outright. Under the terms of the agreement, the property can only be used for affordable housing. That is, for households making 80% or less of the area median income. We are so grateful to the church's congregation and leadership for their commitment to creating affordable housing opportunities, and we can't wait to get started. People were excited to hear about the new traffic calming measures the city will be taking on Probart Street and asked how that area got approved for additional signs and speed cushions. Residents brought their concerns about speeding to the Public Safety Committee, who then approved traffic studies along that road. Brevard Police Department collected traffic data along the road. Our traffic engineer then reviewed the data and suggested different options we could implement on that street. The committee discussed that information several times, and staff generated recommendations based on the data and committee's feedback before bringing them to the public. This spring, Council voted to approve the implementation of those recommendations. So soon you'll be seeing a series of 8 speed humps along Probart, as well as a 3-way stop at Probart and Railroad. Someone asked what was being built on Augusta Road across from the brewery. That project is just an expansion of the self-storage facility and is not related to any city projects. Others brought up the need for a crosswalk on East Main Street right across from the farmers market. I've discussed this item with our NCDOT representative, and she has offered to get me an update hopefully next week. Council passed the city's annual budget earlier this month, and a few people asked why some of the service fees increased. Service costs have gone up across the board, but the city is committed to maintaining or enhancing the services we provide our customers. As a result, residential customers will see a $1 a month increase on their sanitation bill, and folks will also see a 4% increase per 1,000 gallons of water. The budget also created a new, distinct stormwater fund and stormwater program that will enable Brevard to identify, repair, or upgrade its stormwater conveyance system. As the wettest county in the state, it is important that we develop this program to manage current and future stormwater issues. As part of the newly established Stormwater Fund, property owners will see a stormwater fee on their annual tax bill. The fee will appear as a lump sum, but is equivalent to $4 a month for properties with 7,000 square feet or less of impervious surface, which is basically most residential houses. $15 a month for properties with 7,000 to 250,000 square feet of impervious surface, and $150 a month for properties with more than 250,000 square feet of impervious surface. If you have questions about your individual property, you can look at Transylvania County's GIS map or call the Brevard City Planning Department. People are also curious about where we are with the Augusta Trail. We continue to make great progress. The engineers are nearly finished with the 30% design, and we plan on holding public information sessions later this summer. Finally, I'm pleased to report that crews have completed the majority of underground work in Times Arcade Alley and have begun pouring concrete. The new sections look absolutely great, and more importantly, the new infrastructure has the capacity to control the stormwater that plagued the alley for so long. You'll see the project wrapping up in about a month. In the meantime, I hope you'll continue to support our local businesses in and around the alley. The next Meet the Mayor is scheduled for July 25th from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at the Hampton Inn in Pisgah Forest. I hope to see you there.